This is some crazy shit.
You is going in today. You is in your bag this morning, yo.
I, I haven't gone all the way in yet. This is nothing. This is light work.
You know, it's
I wish.
crazy though. You've been spitting some gems today though, because lately I've been speaking. I've been bringing up the topics of our roots and stuff like that because of the stuff that's being said. I feel as though there's a lot of misinformation out there, right, with a lot of people, right, and people just go with what they're being told instead of doing their own research, right. Like for example, I'm a Puerto Rican. I was born in the islands in the Caribbeans, right, and for a while I've been trying to look deep into my roots to see who I am and where I come from, right? I know a little bit about my ancestors, right? I come from the Arawak tribe, that ended up being the Tainos and stuff like that. And recently, like last weekend, we went deep into a shorty's roots, right? And we learned a lot about the Arawaks, the Tainos, how they ended up surviving, boom, how us, the descendants, are here. And we also learned that not a lot of Puerto Ricans, carry the gene of the Taino blood in them. You see where I'm coming from? So,
Uh huh.
um, my whole point is that regardless, right, whether you're Puerto Rican or not, and whether you have the Taino blood in you or not, right, I've also learned that the Amazonian DNA runs through Puerto Rican. So, whether people like it or not, like our ancestors are all African, and I feel as though I mean, I'm learning more and more. I learned about how it was all Africans at one point. It got divided. They went from Africans to Moors, and then different tribes of Africans going around that spread it throughout the nations. That's why us, the descendants of Tainos, are here, right? Because if you come look at it, like I just recently learned that the Moors and the Africans got together and ended up helping out the surviving Tainos, and boom, voila, here comes us, me, my family, and other ones that are like me that are descendants from them. So we can't sit here and say they're extinct. We can't sit here and say our DNA is not black. I mean, African. At the end of the day, even Jamaicans carry African DNA. And
Duh.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. We're
Samoans,
just so
Samoans ain't nothing
misinformed.
but snow niggas.
No, but I get where you're coming from. But like people want to say and learn so much. Like let's speak with the truth and the reality. Like I was confused for a while. You see where I'm coming from, and it's because of the misinformation that's out there.
No, no, no. Here's the thing that's pissing me off. The one thing. Well, it's not. It didn't piss me off until I heard this old ass country nigga this morning. Two things. If you really want something that bad, you would shed blood for it, would you not?
Facts.
These
Fight for
niggas,
what?
these niggas ain't got the balls that the Egyptians did back. I think it was almost a decade ago when they took their homeland back. These niggas ain't got shit. These niggas ain't got the balls. Instead of pointing your gun at me, you should be pointing the gun at the people who've been oppressing you for so long.
Facts. Because this is
But
crazy.
but
Crazy.
but guess what?
I'm
Guess
listening.
what? Y'all are so separated and so selfish, so self-inflicted, so self-minded that the only thing that these niggas, and I ran into some of these niggas before, especially on Independence Day. What the fuck are you celebrating Independence Day for? I'm an American. I'm glad to be here. Oh, you wearing
I'm
that white and
dead.
you wearing the white, red, and blue. That irked my nerves. I really wanted. And she was a fine ass woman too. I really
Hey,
wanted to fuck her shut up. But anyway, um, the only sad part is she was wearing the red, white, and blue all over. I'm like, God dang, you've been had. You have been took. It's like
mm,
white people. This is the white man system. What are we gonna do? Fight? I don't know.
exactly.
Fight. Fight. And when you get tired, fight some more.
That is some truth, though. Saying it. It's just that people so ignorant. They go by whatever is just being told. Like,
Yeah, by a pimp.
He said by
By
a pimp.
pimp.
Did
It is amazing. It is amazing how one man who has basically pimped the whole entire community has got these niggas jumping. It is amazing. It's like I can't get it on my own, but Umar whooping us too bad. Umar is basically pulling our pants down, whooping us, giving us 1,000 lashings, and we got the look. We got that ugly. You know how when you whoop your kids, they got that ugly ass look on their face.
did
It's
yeah.
just the same thing with these. They
So
can't
Africa,
whoop.
I mean Africa, people need to wake up because listen, like Africa, Jamaica, and a lot of places. Listen, even Puerto Ricans, right? Even though we fall under the Spanish umbrella, yeah, because you know what happened with the Spanish voyage, Christopher Columbus, Ponce de Leon. You see where I'm coming from? At the end of the day, a lot of Puerto Ricans are still looking for preparation too. They're like, for what? Do y'all know that they cannot claim to be indigenous? They cannot claim their African side or their native side, their indigenous side at all. That's why I'm like, there's a history to everything. Y'all need to wake up.
You know who you. Everybody's.
Like,
You know what?
yo,
You know, Rachel. Everybody's claiming reparations. Everybody.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And like, listen,
The gays are claiming reparations. The
that
Asians
shit
are
gets
claiming
me.
reparations.
That shit gets me. But look, listen, like Umar says though, like he has a point. And it's like I said it the last time, somebody got mad at me for saying, listen, why are we I said this. I said, why are we, claiming reparations, right? When it happened to our ancestors, they're not here. I said, what are we gonna do with this money? Is we gonna invest it? Is we gonna put it into something for our kids? Is we gonna teach them? Are we gonna get together and probably, start our own community and re-educate our kids? Are we gonna do something with it? That's why I said these are hood conversations we be having out here, believe it or not. Like,
No,
I don't understand what the social media stuff is, but y'all, you brought up some good talking points, and it's crazy that we be having these conversations out here in our communities, but nobody talks about that.
check this out. Did you know that Melissa Ford claimed reparations? She said women should claim reparations. I
For
said,
what though?
I guess I don't know. Guess for men being so sexually deviant or some shit. I don't know. But
Like,
I say, woman,
saying this,
if you
but let me
don't
ask
take
you,
your 45-year-old ass and sit your video vixen having ass down.
dead. Let me ask you a question, right? Like, I understand what happened to our ancestors, right? And I mean, a lot of people don't get, what they did, like their sacrifices and stuff like that, right? Even with the Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, and all that stuff, right? A lot of people scream all those names, and I tell them a lot of times, I'll be like, listen, our ancestors and the people that sacrificed themselves for us to understand, because the message is there, it's in our faces, but I don't know what's up with people. Like, they sacrifice themselves, they gotta be rolling around in circles in the grave, because look at what we're doing. I don't know what they took out or what what they did, but for me, I feel as though we're going about it the wrong way. You see where I'm coming from? Like, and I feel as though it's because we're divided. People blame it on the
We
waves from the
we
smart
are
devices.
we are
We
divided,
are super divided.
and the only thing that can bring us back is Pan African. Here's why: Pan African don't take no sides. We love all of our African brothers and sisters throughout all the continents. And even though we get along we don't agree with everything. I'm
Mhm.
not going to even with even with Adolf, right?
Yeah.
Adolf, we don't agree with everything. But I'm not going to shuck and jive you. I'm not going to talk shit about you. I'm not.
Hmm.
I'm just basically gonna shake your hand and I'm just gonna walk away from you. I can have a conversation with Adolf. I can't have a conversation with FBA. FBA has been led by none other than a dude that plays with himself. Literally,
Oh shit.
literally wearing trying to take the role of Malcolm X, and that ain't even his real fucking name, by the way. Taking the role of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, but you want to act like fucking Alexander O'Neill or some shit.
Please, like Christopher Columbus and Ponce de Leon. They like, listen, I'm sorry to say it though, on some real shit. Like to this day, I still, listen, the way everything goes, like to this day, I still got questions. Even me knowing what I know, right? And my thing is, right, if the Europeans took over and they did so much, it's still more of us than there is them. And it's always been said. And the reason I question is, right, because I do my research and I see what is, right? And when people say, oh, but the reality is, right? And I smack them with, well, if it's supposed to be like this, then why are you doing the opposite? I get what you're saying. The reality is this is what people are doing now. But is it what they're supposed to be doing? If the reality is, then why we don't go the way, it traditionally is, the way, our ancestors did it. Because I mean, y'all brag about it so much.
Like the nigga said. Nigga,
and I just learned about Umar within the last couple of years.
Niggas gonna do what they gonna do with their money.
And I asked you, I was like, listen, like I don't have nothing against Umar, right? But I did ask you, I was like, yo, you know more about Umar, right? But I hear so many people be so negative about him. Like I had to ask, because I'm like, he be making so many great talking points, but people be dragging him so much. So I had to find out, like, what's up? Like, what was going on? Like, because I agree.
Drag him because he's with a woman.
Because I agree. I agree with a lot of the stuff that he's saying, but people always like, oh, but he wouldn't take you in. I'm like, I'm not looking to be taken in or to be validated. But what he is saying is the same thing I am saying. And it's crazy.
Rachel, if he took a picture with you, people will be clowning y'all for days. All because he took a picture with you. Jesus Christ. I mean, he took a...
I'm looking for the truth. People looking for validation. That's two different things. You see my point?
At the end of the freaking lecture, they line up. They get his books. Well, it's not just his stuff. It's everybody else's stuff that sells out of where he's lecturing. Mm-hmm. If people were selling dashikis or people were selling incense and fragrances and stuff like that, you will go to them and you will buy from them. The point of it is to buy from you, us, we.
Facts.
And stop buying from other motherfuckers who don't look like you. That's the point. But we literally, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do with the money. This is what they're getting mad at. This is what they're mad at.
Reparations list should put you in a position to make all the money you want on your own. What you need to pay out from him for? But Black people are so worried about money that we can't see the bigger picture. We also fail to recognize that reparations is not just for us living, it's for those gone and those not yet here.
Come on.
I ain't heard nobody talk about how much we're gonna put to the side for the generations unborn yet.
Facts.
And that's why I believe that this generation of Blacks in America, we shouldn't get the reparations. We are too irresponsible.
You're ready.
We will waste it.
Yeah.
Put the reparations in a trust somewhere until we get a more revolutionary, more conscious group of Blacks. Let them decide what to do with it. We ain't there.
Yeah.
Look at all the bunny hopping we do. What we doing with reparations?
Easter Sunday.
No. So we can blow the money. I had a sister text me one day. You know what she said? Can you stop talking against reparations because I need that money to pay my bills?
Oh, man. Short-minded.
Reparations is to repair, not to pay your damn weeds bill.
Fix my debt.
Oh, man.
That was the entire point. He has said this in more than one occasion. But I guess people are going to be people. And the ones who actually get it go, well, let's see if we can put 2 and 2 together. Put 1 and 1 together. Put 2 and 2 together. Put 3 and 3 together. Put 4 and 4 together. But these old niggas,
old niggas, I'm dead.
I tell you, these Negroes need to just go ahead and retire. This nigga need to just drive the bus. talking about he's gonna get the FBI on Dr. Johnson. I'm like, for what? For fucking what?
He making it seem like Umar Johnson is doing the same thing that the brick lady did. I don't know if you heard about the brick lady, how she was scamming money and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah. She was on Anton's show getting clowned like a muff.
Yeah, so that's how he's making it seem. But see, I don't know Dr. Umar Johnson. Like I do hear a lot of people talk about that, but when I started react, like I did one reaction video to Dr. Umar Johnson, and I'm telling you that I've got so much lashback on that video. It's uploaded. I had to really delete so many comments off that video because it was inappropriate. Like on some real shit. Like I don't understand this shit. Like, but I was agree because I agree with what he was saying, but it gets you like people be like, oh, you know, with you doing what you doing, you wouldn't want to associate. I'm like, wait a minute. What does my community center got to do with Dr. Umar? Like, you know, I've gotten lashback for this shit. I'm like, but I agree with a lot of the shit that he says. It's crazy as hell.
That's the thing about being a revolutionary. That's the thing. You're going to get more hate than you are going to get people who want to be involved in your shit, because this is a shit generation. A full blown shit generation. People who just want shit done for them. A handout. But when shit happens to them, then they want to get in the uproar. Then they want to get loud. Then they want to start marching. Then they want to do this. Then they want to do that. Sandra Bland, you know, got all the women came, or not all the women, the men and the women came out and was like, oh, these people need to go to jail. Michael Brown got gunned down. Ahmaud Arbery got gunned down, which that was sad, by the way. Fucking Aubrey Taylor got gunned down when she was butt naked at her boyfriend's house.
I'm learning about all this stuff. Like I got curious because I was tired of people just telling me this. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start researching for myself because I'm tired of people telling me this, telling me that. And it turns out that, you know, my gut feeling wasn't wrong the whole time. Like we was all Africans at one point. Like don't tell me because I'm Puerto Rican, I can't claim, you know, what's running through my veins right now. If I don't want to claim the European side or the Spaniard side in me, I don't have to. But I sure as hell got the DNA running through my fucking veins, and you can't take that shit from me.
Well, if you are claiming your African side,
I'm claiming all my sides, my native side, my African side. I claim it. I don't deny that shit. My ancestors didn't, so why should I? You see where I'm coming from?
That's cool. That's cool. Well, I ain't gonna get into all that, but I'm gonna say it like this. If you feel comfortable in your own skin, do you?
I do. Exactly.
Do you?
Like I tell people, I don't see color. And especially like I didn't know much about my roots back then, but I've always been like this. And plus I wasn't, you know, all right, let's put it like this. We know racism existed for a while already, right? But when I was growing up in the community I was growing up, we were so mixed up that as children we didn't see racism. So it's crazy. So as I grew up and I started seeing all this, it was shocking. It was new to me because it's like, am I watching the movies or am I living reality? You see where I'm coming from? It's like, damn, I'm really seeing the movies in real life. I wasn't experiencing what, you know, I heard in stories or I heard certain people talk about in other places.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird and crazy. Like, how can you say that? Because we are a mixed community. Amongst us, there's a bunch of blacks, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, whites, Asians, Koreans, all that. We're mixed up. That's what North Philly, the HP section is of. I mean, the majority are Latinos, right? In certain areas, but we are a community where I'm at mixed of just different ethnicities.
You know where do you know where the Rainbow Coalition originated from?
They say I was doing a little bit research. They told me to go all the way up to RuPaul. I know it goes a little further than RuPaul, so I'm still going in. I got as far as RuPaul, and I know that he was one of the reasons why the safe space was created and stuff like that.
Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but No, it didn't come from RuPaul. Much.
I knew that much. I know it's deeper. So I mean, I'm listening. Tell me.
It has nothing to do with RuPaul, but I'll show you. Meanwhile, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Original. Coalition documentary.
Welcome to the We Unlock Nation community, baby, where We Unlock Nation talks about Dr. Umar, and he might hit a couple nerves, and you might catch amnesia, baby.
Shut up. She said it might catch amnesia. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on.
Southern whites with Puerto Ricans and blacks. Housing issues, police brutality. That's what we could all agree on, was for those neighborhoods to come together.
That was the beauty of it. The world was on fire and we were part of that flame.
We're going to fight racism, not racism, but we're going to fight it out there.
It's the Rainbow Coalition, but it didn't matter what color you wore this with pride.
The first Rainbow Coalition. Heart of Independent Lens on PBS.
Wait, I'm confused. They were saying a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm like, wait a minute.
Told you. I told you.
Oh, wait a minute. Was they trying to tell us something? Like, I was lost in that conversation. Like, what? So it has nothing. Wait, so basically they're just saying that they consider themselves a rainbow because of different colors?
They took that and made it their own. The gays did. They take everything and they make it colorful.
It's funny how they turned the word gay into, that. Because when I was younger,
gay is not even gay, but
they told. Listen, I think on even in the song The Flintstones, they have that little part. Let's have a gay old time. And I was like, throughout time, I used to always wonder why that word wasn't certain, and if it was a bad word. And then I had to do my own research. I was told that it was happy. So it's kind of like, it's so much to this. We changed our own words. The dictionary is not real. It's something made by man. And as time, passes, it changes to like the same way they did with our ancestors. They're trying to erase history. You see where I'm coming from? From the African history all the way down to each and every one of our, how can I say, ancestors' history, right? I don't know from where y'all, where y'all watching from, who y'all ancestors are. I know who mine is, right? I know We Unlock Nation know who his is, right? So at the end of the day, it's like, we need to get our shit together.
Fred Hampton.
I have a video on him they sent me. I gotta review.
Some of the Black Panthers. Good night.
No.
Yes, I do.
No.
Goodbye.
Come on, I need my computer charged for tomorrow.
I will charge it for you. Good night.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
I will.
And Fred Hampton's crazy.
Good night,
It's
little
Fred
girl.
Hampton. Not Hampton.
5, 4, 3,
Umar.
2. Fred Hampton. Where was I? Fred Hampton and the Black Panthers got together with a couple of whites and I think it was Mexican or Hispanics or whoever. And they decided to try and, let's just call it for what it is, try to overthrow the government by having their own coalition together.
And
this was back in the 50s, 60s or whatever. And then a man named J. Edgar Hoover said, F you, we are not going to allow this to even emerge, and basically killed the 21-year-old while he was in his bed sleep.
Oh, wow.
Then some odd years later, then you got these gay people, I don't know who they were, but they just took that little colorful rainbow of brown, yellow, and white. Brown, yellow, and white. Brown, yellow, and white had nothing to do with blue, red, green, purple, pink, yellow, orange. Color them be rainbows. It's just Lucky Charms. It had nothing to do with none of that. Nothing to do with it. But that's the reason why I showed you that. That's where it originally came from. And they just took that idea and just smudged it. They just smudged it. I want to get to something what this old geezer got to say.
I never understood this. I mean, well, I get it, but my whole thing with that is I feel as though they just need to leave the kids alone. Like whatever you want to do with your life and whatever happens in between them, four walls and a closed door is between them two people, not nobody else's.
So now we got this fool Umar. He says, don't give black people money because we're going to spend it. Because we're going to spend it with white America. Umar just went to Ghana. Who did he spend the money with? Who he spend the money with to go to Ghana? Who he spending the money with to travel? Umar said we're going to get a white man back the money. Who is he spending money with when he travels?
He's so fucking ignorant. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, just like your
hair. Who is he
head.
spending money with?
It's disgusting.
Who are you spending money with? Who are you spending
when he's
money?
On American Airlines, the United Airlines, who is he spending money with?
He need to get arrested. He need to get arrested.
Who is he spending money with?
That bastard. That old bastard.
He's all black people. So
let me get
driving
some,
around.
Let me get
five. Isn't Umar an influencer?
Everything he's doing, white people.
Huh?
Isn't Umar an influencer?
He can be if people would shut the fuck up and listen.
Okay, well, I know that. I mean, I don't know if he is an influencer, but I mean, he's asking a question, right? So it's kind of like if he is an influencer, I do know that a lot of people pay to get influencers on their podcasts. They don't always come out of pocket. So, and then he does have his own podcast, makes cash apps, I guess, and stuff like that. So I've seen him in interviews. Huh?
You don't even have a YouTube channel.
No, I wasn't talking about YouTube. I could have sworn he had his own podcast, or he just be on different podcasts. Because I've seen different interviews.
Who? Umar?
Yeah, Umar. I've seen.
No, they invite him. No,
so that's what I'm saying. So he does get invited.
He did share a podcast with at the time Roland Martin, but that fell out. But
so he don't even got that. But see, my whole point is though, like people worrying about his pockets. That shouldn't be our business. Like I kind of understand the little, school thing, but then I don't at the same time. So at the end of the day, I don't even get into that. But my whole thing is we shouldn't even be in the man's pockets. Like if he is an influencer and he's talking about the communities and trying to bring people together, I do know for a fact that people invite people like that into their podcasts and they pay for the trips. They don't come out of pocket for that, especially if they want the interview. You're paying me. I'm not going just because. So that's a weird ass thing to say. That's why I'm looking at him like, wait, what?
No, a lot of people speculate.
Yeah, that's right. What it's looking like.
A lot of people speculate a lot of shit. A lot of shit. Don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. It's just something that they heard from somebody, or just like this little goofball Leonard Otter, which I did a video yesterday. Didn't even want to talk about the nigga, but shouts out to homeboy who came up and gave the scoop. This is The man's made countless videos for years stalking. Do you know? Do you have like a old ex-boyfriend stalking you?
Me? No. I've only been in 2 relationships.
No, I'm saying, like, if you were really like out of tune with with your ex-boyfriend, right? And you just want him to fuck up out of your life, just keep ignoring him and keep ignoring him and keep ignoring him. But he's steadily looking up. I mean, you changed your phone number. You trying to look up the phone numbers and all this other shit. Trying to look where you work. Trying to look where you live next because you moved out of the old neighborhood.
I get your point. We could take the X. We could take the X out of it and just add a stalk. I've had stalkers, so
that's what it is.
Not relationship wise. Stalkers. I've had stalkers, people that I don't even know, just because they've heard about me and some shit, just stalk me. I'm like, I don't even fucking know you. Like, where the fuck you come from? That yes, but like relationship wise, no. So that's what it's seeming like. He don't know Umar, but he's stalking the shit out of Umar. I mean, I think if Umar wanted to flip this on him on some real shit, if he keep taking it, Umar could really take this the legal way and press defamation charges on him and harassment charges on him. And that's some hell of a charges you don't even want on your jacket.
I already texted him about that shit. He ain't respond yet. But I just put it out there in the atmosphere. Just when you say, look, you can sue him for defamation, you can sue him for all that, just because a nigga can. But apparently he's tried some stuff before. Tried to like block it or try to get his channel took or something like that.
We got the freedom of speech at the end of the day, so that's not really going to work.
Nah. But all that's up to him. Yeah, all that is up to him. He a grown ass man. He knows what he needs to do.
That's why I tell people, man, like, you can't come on here. Like, if people really wanted to hurt people, when people come on here with all these accusations and, saying this and that about other people, if people really wanted to, they could turn around and really, hurt them back. But people don't listen. I mean, people like that shit. It's like, I feel as though that this shit that's going on nowadays with the racism and all that, we're letting it go on. We're letting all this shit happen. We're letting ourselves get divided. I'm not saying me. I'm just saying in general, the people, right? And I'm not saying anybody specific, right? People love the drama. People love the nonsense. I'm starting to feel as though, right, that, how people say that that they're sending waves through the music and all that. I'm not blaming the music. I'm not blaming the internet. I'm not blaming the movies. I'm blaming society, the people, civilization, humanity in itself. We are our own worst enemies. Like, this has nothing to do with Umar. This has nothing to do with God. It has to do with us. My bad.
You are preaching to the choir, sis. Say more.
Yo, people are starting to like, I don't know where the fuck I'm at. Like, what dimension we're in? What plane of the earth are we in? Like, people's out of pocket.
They like shit shows, like I told you.
This shit ain't like.
They like shit shows.
They come on here just for validation. That's what it is. It's like the people that come on here, right? They'll say some shit that's disrespectful, but want respect, and then when the bullshit starts and nobody want to pay attention, now they're the victims. Like,
no, people actually believe that they can come on here and do XYZ live streams about certain individuals whose lives they've never been, whose bedrooms they've never been into, and it can make for a cool live stream. But if we were to talk about reality, if we were to talk about such and such, only understand the very few get clicks. The very few.
Yeah.
If you're not the top dog or whatever. Like, say for example, Kevin Samuels, and I hate using him.
I'm dead.
But the first 9 or 10 years, he was talking about nothing but positive shit. He was more focused on the young boys more than anything. And then a year later after that, he started focusing more on women in relationships. And that's what got him up to $1 million, right? That's what got him up to the million. Everybody called him the God, presented him to be the Godfather, because he knew he had felt, it's like, to the men, it was a breath of fresh air because of all the ass whoopings that they were receiving from women.
I'm
But
dead.
once this nigga came along, it was like, oh no, we got our daddy now. We got our daddy now. And then later on, the daddy passed away, and it was like, nah, I don't want to be the top dog.
That's how everybody is.
Kevin Samuels. No, I'm Kevin Samuels. I am Kevin Samuels. I am Kevin Samuels. I am Kevin Samuels.
I've seen some videos on Kevin Samuels, not a lot, so I don't know much on him. That's why you don't hear me speak on him. But I do know about the other guy. I forgot his name. I think a lot of people compare him to Kevin Samuels. I know that during the pandemic, there was this guy that was coming out speaking on relationships. He went viral, and I guess he cheated on the girl, right? They both went together on a live. She had this fucking what you call these things that you put on your head? I be forgetting the names. Listen, I'm fucking
about Derek Jackson.
There you go. There you go. Yup, him. I do know about him, but I didn't get to watch Kevin Samuels. But I got to watch Derek Jackson. Because around that time,
listen to Derek Jackson on this day and call him a simp, because he's got all the muscles and the accolades in the world. But Kevin Samuels.
No, I came across the board because of Tasha K. Like, I wasn't watching him to like watch him. I came across the board, because of Tasha K. So like on certain panels that I would go on, people would react to him heavy as hell. Like that's why I say he went viral. That's why I know about him. So it's like I didn't know about Kevin Samuels until he died, right? And then a lot of people started talking about him. It's crazy, but yeah, I don't know much about Kevin. I just know.
Racheal, is this your king?
It's my who?
Is this your king?
Charleston White. That was a skit, right? Charleston got exposed for that shit. Everybody came out that was a part of that. That's the barbershop fight. That's embarrassing. 47 years old. He's been doing this and all this because people wouldn't listen to him talk positive. Like, that's embarrassing. Basically, you're telling these young bulls, right? Well, then since they the positive side won't be heard, fuck it, just do some toxic shit. You'll get paid for it. Go out here, do some outlandish shit, and watch you get the attention. People have lost their lives following this dumbass. I'm sorry to say, but it's facts.
That is facts. This wino need to take several motherfucking seats. As a matter of fact,
like all because of that, like because you won't get heard. Like really, like that's why I'm like, if he's not gonna get too much,
he got out of jail. He's still on probation. The man is still on probation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he's talking about Umar, it's got to be out on hate because Charleston White be spitting some facts, but he says the same shit we're saying. You see where I'm coming from? What I don't like about him is the hypocrisy, and I don't know if people see it. I know a lot of people do see it because, like, I've heard a lot of people react on him, and they've come at his ass. A lot of people are starting to come at him, but like I've always questioned him. Like I get it, he's but then he got exposed. Like I think it was last year he got exposed. The people, that people came out with the talking about the barbershop skit. That shit got him mad and heated. Some shit went down about that. And they said that it was fake that he, did that for clicks and views. I was like, that's some fucked up shit because he really had certain people worried and thinking that he was, about to get oofed on live and shit. But it was fake.
He's pretty much a wanted man everywhere he steps into. He's in the major cities, especially in the major cities.
But people like that shit. People like that shit. We create this shit. Like, listen, man, the drama and the toxicity have become famous nowadays, right? It's become viral because we've made it like that. Listen, the internet wasn't meant for this shit. When it started off, it was meant for something else. China and over there, we complain about China, but see, they've kept the internet over there, the way it's supposed to be. Business, family, the kids ain't supposed to be online. You see where I'm coming from? Over here, we just start this shit. Then we want to blame the kids. Oh, it's their fault. Hello, but it was the adults who started these challenges that these kids are doing. Like, let's make it make sense. It's us. That's why I keep saying what I'm saying. Like, I don't blame the people like Umar or nothing like that. If anything, like when I follow people like y'all, it's because y'all got a message. I don't give a fuck about your personal life or what y'all do with y'all bread, how many females y'all fucking. Y'all got a great message that I feel as though that other people should hear. You see where I'm coming from? Your personal life is not my business. I ain't fucking you, so why should I worry about it? I'm sorry to say it. I didn't mean to get like that, but people need to grow the fuck up. Like, real shit.
I mean, what you're saying is valid. There's a lot of people who will hurt you and hurdle over you just to get to this person, and that person.
Yeah.
Just because they got some, they may have something to offer, right? Mm-hmm. Even though I have a little bit more to offer, and it may seem like it's a little blend. It's a little blend, but if it's not, let's say, if I hand you a product, right? If I hand you a product that works, you take a sample of my stuff, but yet this white man over here, even though we have the exact same brand, the exact same product, there's something smooth about him that says, "Oh man, it's a little, it's a little this year's or whatever." And it's more stylish, even though my brand is the exact same fucking brand. Like, for example, Tommy Hilfiger. When Tommy Hilfiger came out and they finally exposed him to be a racist or whatever, people were still wearing this product. But if you go to Ramomar not only has the exact same product and it's the exact same price, but his product is a little bit more a little bit more stylish, a little bit more extravagant. Like, it's all of it says Kemet, all of it says Egyptian. If you look at the brand, if you look at everything is authentic. Everything is pretty much clientele. But the only problem is it's a nigga that I hate saying that word. It's a brother that's actually putting out the product.
Yeah.
But you've been wearing Christian Dior, you've been wearing Tom Fords, you've been wearing all that stuff for years and years and years and years. Yet you have a black man with his own business, but we don't want to support him. And I've been supporting Ramomar for a couple of years now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful thing when we can support our own. That's the whole illustrated of Dr. Umar's point. But not everybody. But like I said, if it's not a feel-good moment, if I can't make you feel good, then I made you feel bitter. That's what Tyreek and Charleston White, they make niggas feel good and laughter and joking around and all that other bullshit. Umar just puts it where it is, but it's no different from Louis Farrakhan. Even though I don't listen to everything Louis Farrakhan says. It's the same thing as if it was Malcolm or if it was Martin, if it was Professor Griff, if it was Dr. John Henry Clark. We don't want to feel good more. Sazar Ali. Sazar Ali talks to the women like women. Even I mean, there are some parts in there that I don't like. I would rather speak to her than speak to Cardi B. I would rather speak to her than to speak to Sexy Red. Oh, burning ass bitch. I would rather sit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see,
But
that's
we don't have the Francis Quest Wilsons anymore.
oh, and that's
We
why I
don't
said,
have the Coretta Scott King. Coretta Scott King is gone. We don't have those people anymore. We have what we call feel good moments because most niggas, I hate to sound like this, but we are scared of revolution. We are so scared to die for what we supposedly believe in.
yeah.
We don't want to be those people. We don't want to be those people that sheds light into the future so our future kids can see what our ancestors had did. They're gonna grow up now and say, what do we have to live for? Nothing other than weaves and perms and all this other shit. Dudes painting their fingernails. Like, what the hell is that? We don't have nothing productive. Nothing. Other than rap, other than rap, rock, hip hop, all that. We don't
Other
have
than
no
something that's existed for centuries due to our ancestors.
something that we can pass down from generation to generation to generation. Something that we can own and control. Something that if the police fuck with us, we got our own goddamn police. That's what Dr. Claude Anderson vision is. But we don't want to listen to one. We don't want to listen to the old nigga. We don't want to listen to the old niggas. Instead, we want to listen to I'm not Charleston White. We want to listen to a fucking crackhead.
I'm dead.
But but guess what? When people start dying, when the next person gets hurt, we gonna fasten up again and again. Let me straighten out some things. I'll be right back. Let me straighten out some things.
Let's get it. Online, unknown to the world, and ain't never did nothing for black. You was post online. Y'all ain't had now town hall meeting. Y'all ain't got together and done nothing for black.
Nigga, there's been plenty of meetings for foundational black Americans about reparations and getting some of these laws changed. You don't know what you're talking about, you peanut head. Charleston is a peanut head stuck in a boy's body. You seen Charleston when he took off his shirt, man? That nigga looks like an unfed Somalian. The nigga 50 years old with a 14-year-old boy's body. Charleston is a 50-year-old man with a 14-year-old boy's body. You need to stop it. If you punch Charleston White in a rib cage, you might fracture that motherfucker. That nigga got a bird chest. You know what I mean? Let the bird out, man. Imagine you giving Charleston White a body blow, a punch to the rib cage. You would fracture this man's rib cage. He got a big mouth, but if you took off on him, he would crumble and call the police and hopes to get you arrested. It's kind of like a female who talks reckless but ain't gonna do nothing. The first thing she gonna do is try to call gangbangers or call the police. Charleston is the same way, man. If you punched on Charleston White today and embarrassed him, the first thing he gonna do is call the police and try to get you arrested. But he got all his mouth and all he do is talk. Catch Charleston, let somebody catch up to Charleston White and put hands on him. Guarantee you he call the cops. Guarantee he files a criminal suit. Guarantee he press charges. Now, all this gangster shit you talking online, a nigga reach out and punch you in a rib cage and fracture those ribs, nigga, you gonna call the police, my nigga. So stop all this tough guy talk. You're not tough. I know females that will beat up Charleston White. I know females who fight a lot in the hood, that's rough around the edges. They will beat up Charleston White in a one-on-one fight. And you know this, man.
People, y'all just a bunch of weak, broke-ass black people online, unknown to the world, and ain't never did nothing for black people, but just come on Twitter and voice your weak-ass feelings. Get out your motherfucking feelings, nigga, and do something. Weak-ass Twitter motherfucker. All these motherfuckers just been out here just typing and talking. We black Twitter, we FBA. Go do something then. Go to the black community, somewhere where you from, and hire something. You niggas ain't giving away no backpacks. You niggas ain't doing no criminal justice reform. And you damn sure don't talk to the gang members when the gang members kill each other. Look what happened with Whack 100 and them over there, No Jumper. You don't see now black Twitter coming out speaking out against the black on black violence. It's always trying to blame the white man for something, nigga. And without the white man, black people wouldn't be shit.
Trying to blame the white man for something. We blame the white man for the shit he's responsible for, nigga. We blame the white man for the bullshit that he's responsible for. Just like we blame black niggas and fuck boys like you for the shit that you're responsible for. Cooning and tap dancing. Kikiing and high-high for Donald Trump. Doing videos saying you wish Nick Fuentes would be president because Nick Fuentes is such a brilliant man. Charleston, you a fuck nigga. You a fuck nigga. You was a sucker.
I didn't know he big upped Nick Fuentes. You know what Nick Fuentes? Ryder, you know Nick Fuentes?
I was trying to get out the damn mute button. No, I don't know what Nick Fuentes.
Fucking Nick Fuentes is a wannabe Mexican, Ronaldo, whatever he is, fucking wannabe white supremacist, right? He wants to be the alt-right so fucking bad. And he ended up going to jail for assaulting a female.
Oh, wow. Listen, Charleston White, it's a miracle this man is still, living and breathing. And the reason I say that, right, because I reacted to a video one time. This guy that wanted to become very famous on YouTube, right? And he started his career off with the trolling and doing all this dumb shit, just like Charleston White. He was young, though. Right, and then he started messing with this guy from the mafia. Was it the mafia? The cartel, and from Mexico, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know how the bull started react. I forgot what it was that the bull said, right? And I guess the cartel started paying attention. The bull didn't heed to the warnings, right, that he was getting from the cartel, from the people in the cartel and everything, right? Last thing he did was threaten this guy online, live. And he told the bull to suck his eggplant, right? Next thing you know, bull got offed. He kept poking and poking and poking and poking until, he's not here no more. That's why I'm like, people need to watch it. Like, I get this shit, but Charleston White considers himself a troll. I don't know what is it with this troll shit nowadays, right? But like people like that.
He will. You know why he's still alive? Because he has the
I think he worked for the CIA, like people say. I'm sorry.
I think he does too, because he does involve a lot of police.
Mm-hmm.
And he will snitch on you.
Then how you get to pull off these skits with police officers? You see where I'm coming from? And ambulances and stuff like that. Like, if there's skits, how he get the police and all that involved? Like,
I don't
that gets me to think, like, yo, you see what I'm saying? Like, people like
he makes it so he turns it on you to make you feel guilty of not pulling that trigger of, I know I can fuck up Charleston White, but I don't want to be in that position. You know what I mean? To have everything taken away from me. That's why he came after King Von. Now, King Von, he's supposed to be this rap artist, right? He's dead now, so He came after he came after King Von, and the King Von's crew basically said, just tell me where your ad, tell me where the addy is. Put the addy online. Put the addy there, so we can meet up, nigga.
That
And it's
little
like,
causing people's lives though. Like, and he 47. That's my whole thing. Like, you're supposed to be a whole influencer. That's what he can. Well,
nobody wants to listen to me. Nobody wants to listen to me.
Yo,
but they listen to me now if I come after your favorite rapper. Yeah. If I come after your favorite, you don't say, and now you coming after Umar, and then you coming after Tariq Nasheed. Jesus, you
don't know what to do with himself, yo. Frankie Blanco said he is the modern Uncle Ruckus. Yo. Like, he's too old for this shit though. Like, he really too old. Like, and they wonder. Listen, this is why I tell people, he too old. He's 47. He too old for this shit. He shouldn't be online.
This nigga is too old.
I'm dead. Yeah, he definitely older.
This nigga is too old to be playing. He looked like he done had a couple of beers too many.
I'm dead. No, he did. Yeah,
look at them soup coolers for lips he got. Look at
them. Dead. I can't. No, but see, this is the reason why our kids are the way they are, and they keep saying,
"What's your slave number, nigga? What's your slave number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Well, what's your slave number?"
Oh shit! Well, you just said that. It kind of reminds me, like, you know how when you go to jail, they give you a number. That's crazy.
Oh no! It gets better. You know how in school, for you to get to one class to another, or you get to wherever you need to go, they write you what? A hall pass, right?
Yeah.
Well, what does the slave master do when you want to go see your wife that you just got married to, but you know they're separated? They write you what? A pass for you not to get lynched. And sometimes those passes don't even work. But guess what? This is the reason why Willie Lynch came in. Willie Lynch taught his slave masters, whether you believe it or not, to not kill your product.
Shit, I'm learning. Listen, like I said, this whole week we've been diving down the rabbit hole between our history, the wars, the presidents, ancestors, roots, everything. Like, we've been diving down. Like, I'm continuing tomorrow night. Like, I tell people, I don't know everything, right? I'm not perfect. I'm beyond perfect. But I'm not gonna go by he say, she say. I'm gonna learn myself, and I'm gonna I'm gonna connect the dots together myself. Like, I mean, people could do the same thing. I'm just not gonna go by he say, she say. Like, at the end of the day, like I was saying earlier, like, we all have, our own ancestors and stuff like that in our family traditions. I know that in my family, it's talked about the Tainos heavy as hell, and everybody got their own tribe. You see where I'm coming from? Whether it's indigenous or it's African. Like, at the end of the day, like I tell people, like they try to wipe our history after all that stuff happened back then. You see where I'm coming from? Like, it's up to us to keep it alive or let it die.
We can once and I might be going backwards on this. Once we get our shit together, and once we have taken back what is ours, we can discuss where we came from and the indigenous and Black Americanness, and even though Black is not even a word, but
thank you. But yeah, I get it.
If we can just basically take back our homelands, take back what's ours, just like some people in South Africa, what they're doing, they're taking back their farmlands, which have been confiscated by not Donald Trump, Bill Gates and them.
Yeah, but you're not lying.
Oh boy, but again, we are
I'm sorry.
way too separated. We are
Yeah.
just way too divided. We are way too separated to be doing anything. But I will say this. If there are I believe there are certain tribes that can come together and they can put aside their differences and put some of this shit together. Two heads become one.
That's a fact, and that's what I was just saying. Like,
become a community.
Yeah, and that's what's being talked about a lot right now.
Yeah, just imagine if the Indians got together with the Africans from back then, and there was no betrayal. Oh God! Christopher Columbus, who? Who was Christopher Columbus?
And I'm glad you brought that up because people don't even notice that. Like people keep saying the indigenous don't exist like that. It's just us here, in the New Americas and stuff like that. But my whole thing is is y'all not seeing how the Caribbean is full of different tribes. I know I keep saying, and they're all trying to fight to get their lands back, to claim their identity, who they are. And people not realizing, how that's not true. Look, you go to Puerto Rico, you go to Santo Domingo, Haiti. I'm like, when people go live and they go to these places, you don't really see them go to where the tribes are at. You see them in the cities and stuff like that. You would have to search videos, and how can I say it? Look into the history to see other people that travel and actually show these tribes. Or, I'm not talking about PBS either. There's actually people out here that go and travel and show, these islands that people, these how can I say, these lands that people don't even talk about or even mention.
Yeah, like your Homo sapiens. Oops.
He said the Homo sapiens. I'm dead.
Did I go back too far? Damn.
I am so dead.
Damn, my bad.
They might confuse it. I was on a panel one day and somebody thought that a Homo sapien meant a homosexual. I'm not lying, yo. I'm so dead. Like they got offended. I'm like, and are we in 2024? Like, I swear to God, I'm like, wait, how you get that confused?
So far from excellence. So far from excellence. Yes, Happy.
Oh, blessings, Happy.
Happy, get off
Hey
mute.
Hey guys. Peace. Okay, don't be rushing me. I had to unmute myself. Shoot.
Well, excuse me, ma'am.
How are you? How's everybody? How are you guys?
Chilling.
I'm okay.
That's good. That's good. That's what I'm doing. I'm chilling. But I was scrolling through and I seen you were live, so let me stop by, see what the heck is going on over here.
Well, I was cussing some old wrinkly ass nigga out until Ryder showed up and she kind of calmed me down.
So. He was going in teaching, everybody a little history lesson. He was like, nah, man, it's like this, like this, like this. Like, don't sit here and try to erase history. Like, don't make me come in your house and say, boom, itches.
Wow. Well, I didn't catch all that. But what I
here's the thing. Real quick, Happy. Mm-hmm. This is for you because I know you are a pure black woman. What?
I am a fucking indigenous individual. The fuck is you talking about, pure black woman? The fuck? Oh, you didn't know? You didn't know. Oh, that's so sweet.
I love indigenous.
We all messed up, man.
I don't know what the hell a pure black woman is. First of all, black is a color, boots. Just so you know.
Black isn't a color. What are you talking about?
It is definitely a color. It's fucking black.
He trolling Happy now.
No, I'm just saying black is made up of all the fucking colors. If you put all the colors together, it's gonna be black.
See, this is the reason why
black is a color. It is not a race. It is not a people. It is a fucking.
Do I have to bring Noble up here?
Do I have to bring? Okay, so
do I have to bring Noble
you're not
up
about
here?
to argue about black. You just called me a fucking fully black woman.
That's because I was trying to be polite.
And you just called me a black woman, but you're saying black doesn't exist. Which one?
Black don't exist. I was just being polite.
Oh no, you wasn't being polite because that was disgusting. How dare you?
It was not disgusting.
It was disgusting. You just said it doesn't exist,
How was
but
that
you told me
disgusting?
a fully black
So
woman.
if I
You know
said,
you sound crazy, right?
so if I added beautiful in there, it would be disgusting.
It would still be disgusting because you called me a
How?
black woman, right? I'm not a black woman. I don't subscribe to that. Now, okay.
Well, that's a
No, listen, wait, because ain't nobody gonna pull up no shit on me because I said it from the beginning. Now, yes, I do say that this way us black women need to sit together. I do say shit like that. Like, I mean, when I say we as black people, I always include myself in shit because I'm human just like the rest of us. And usually I go through a lot of shit, or I've seen a lot of shit rather, or went through some shit in the past rather. And I speak on those things, you know? So I'm just saying, I'm not excluded from no shit just because I don't go around saying, oh, yes, I'm black. No, because I'm not black. So that's what I'm saying. And I'm not black because of my skin color, because, yes, if you look at my brown complexion, some people will say I'm black. Right? So I'm just saying, though, I don't subscribe to that. And I do not subscribe to that, and I do not subscribe to that. And that's that. That's all.
Okay.
No harm, no foul, though. You good.
Yeah.
Now that you know. You know?
She like busting my chops, but I get it. I get you. But
okay, no, but guys, what I came to really bust your chops about.
Hold on a second. Don't interrupt the host. What I'm saying is, she is right about one thing. It's like we need to stop with all this black nonsense. But that's a different topic, a different video for a different day. It's like most of us know who we are, right? But if you're coming from indigenous, if you're coming from the Caribbeans or whatever, it really doesn't matter. Just as far as you know who you are in general. And who is Dark Lake in here? Dark Lake, he's a straight up nigga. Now I'm psych, I'm just playing. But check this out. The only reason why I'm up here is because there's so much division. There's so much dividing between FBA and Adolphs. It's quite ridiculous at this point, but we want to listen to a whole nigga with a crooked eye in Charleston White. I can have a conversation with Adolph people because we may agree to disagree on a lot of things, but I can have a conversation with them. I cannot have a conversation with no Adolph motherfucker. I can't, because once I say something that's going to offend them, like what Umar did today or yesterday, y'all go flip, y'all fucking lose your fucking minds. You are not getting something that you're not going to be getting, and you're never going to get, all because number one, you're not organized enough. Number two, where are you going to get it from? Y'all fucking delusional. And someone's trying to point out the delusional part of it. You don't want to listen. You want a fucking feel-good moment. You want a Charleston White moment. You want an Anton moment. That's what you want. And I'm getting sick and tired of this division shit. So I'm taking each and every single person with me who wants to know who they really are. That's all I'm doing. I'm not taking people with me who just want a feel-good moment. All those feel-good moments are over. This is 2025. There is a lot going on in 2025 that we don't know about. Didn't a truck just blow up not too long ago over at Trump Towers? Didn't somebody get ran over with? Didn't 2-3 people get run over by a car? No, I'm sorry, it was a truck. Didn't somebody get ran over by a truck? And the only thing we worried about is something that we're not getting. and something we don't know what the definition of reparations is. Reparations is to repair. It ain't to get into blow. But people are gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do. Happy?
Hey. Okay, so what I was gonna say was when I came up was this is the US of A. Okay, this is a corporation, and this is why we have those numbers called Social Security, right? Yes. When we sign those papers, or should I say our parents sign those papers first or whatever, right? Yes. So we are money to them. Those numbers. I was going to say, yes, we are still slaves and or indentured servants or whatever the hell in the US of A. If you have that social security number, right, and you're out here working for pennies, then yes, you, sir, ma'am, are whatever kind of word you want to use for slavery. Because that's what it is.
You know, your Social Security is added to your bonds, right? Social Security is just the same thing as your license, right? We do know that. Just
all of the numbers, but it starts with your Social Security. You're not getting your license without your Social Security number. Your credit, everything, Social Security number. Your Social Security number is your lifeline. From the day you're born, they get whatever X amount of money for this one person. And this is why they want us to become workers, and they don't want to teach us business and this straight off, and you have to pay for this. It's no longer free. No, because bottom line is they make more money when they have more slaves.
She ain't even mentioned the birth certificate yet. She on point.
No, but this is what I'm saying, because when you go and sign that, and this is why they give you all of those paperwork in the same time, right? Or at least they used to, right? So if you sign it in the hospital, you sign in your birth certificate papers and you sign in the damn what's in it. Now the birth certificate papers, okay, your name and all that. You could get away with that outside. You do not have to sign either one of those in the hospital. A lot of first-time parents don't even know that, you know? And you have to pay X amount of money. You're tied to it because you signed that stuff there. If you don't, this is why they come rushing in to hurry up and try to get you. No, take your time. Take your time. I would suggest that with anybody. Now, if you want to rush and get a Social Security card, I don't even know. They still say you got to have the name, right? I'm just saying. You don't have to get the name there. You can leave the hospital that same day before you go home if you want to. And stop over there at the office, you know, if it's a weekday, I guess, you know. But, yeah, it's a lot. But people don't know these things. At the end of the day, though, that number right there, because I know you guys are speaking about the numbers and your Social Security number, that's number one. Yeah, we all belong to the US of A right now.
But just in case, if you're ever thinking about it,
you don't have to though. You can always.
No, I get it, right? But what I'm saying is, I know a friend of mine, right? He wanted to get out of the United States. So, what did he change? He basically changed his status. So he's he basically just cut up his Social Security card, and he's no longer a part of the United States. Now, it's going to be quite.
Wait, how'd that work?
Sovereignty. That's one way.
So they don't have Social Security cards in other state, like in other countries and stuff like that. Just birth certificates.
That's a good question. Happy?
I only know about the US of A. I mean, they probably don't, but I mean, I guess we could always Google it. Some places may.
She said something I knew but triggered my noggin. Like, now I'm asking questions. Wait a minute.
Yeah, if you don't want to be a part of the United States, you can change your status.
Yeah, but my thing is, like in other countries, you have, you still need your social, right? Like, don't they have socials too?
You have to, you have to look that up.
I mean, if they have a birth certificate, I mean, I'm guessing they got socials too, shit. Because I know in other countries you got birth certificates too.
So, well, let me ask this: what do you think about people going over to Ghana to get their dual citizenships?
Many do. Many countries do. I googled it for us, because I needed to know. Yeah, many of them do.
Okay, see, I was wondering. So that makes them free slaves too. Their countries got them.
Yes, exactly. It's to track citizens, the residents for taxation, work, healthcare, and other government. They say benefits. No, it's not us benefit from the government. It's the government benefiting from us, though. Just so we know.
That's why I like having Happy around. But people don't see the vision. People don't see it. They just see shit shows. Oh my goodness.
That's what I'm saying.
Dang it, writer. I was in the mood to cuss a old nigga out and you calm me the fuck down. Ah!
Let them be them, because at the end of the day, what they want to do is just create, chaos. Like, that's what a lot of people do. Like, that's why I like, unless I know somebody's personal life, I've been in their life or know them like face to face, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about nobody. Like, do I have an opinion on how somebody carries themselves online? I mean, we all do. Shit, I know people talk about me the same way I've, sat here, but I don't talk about people. See, I react to videos. That's the crazy part. So I don't even know how to put that one down.
Let me ask you this. Malcolm and Martin never liked each other, right? Until they met up, right?
Yeah. Wait, no, but then they. Oh yeah, you're right. They didn't know each other forever. It was a point in time where they did. Yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
They met up, and there was also going to be a point in time where they were going to rule the United States of America. They were going to rule it by Malcolm X controlling the North, Martin Luther King controlling the South. We will be in a much, much better place if they were still alive. But according to certain people in the FBI's, J. Edgar Hoover's of the world, no longer living. Can this generation? Nah. There have to be more blood. There have to be more bloodshed for somebody to really say enough is enough. And I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry to say that you don't have a particular leader because you don't want a leader. You don't want a leader. You don't want somebody to tell you what to do. You don't want somebody to tell you where your shit stinks. You don't want to be held accountable for any fucking thing. The only thing you want to do is talk about females all day and how they, are not supposed to have a career. Huh? Have you heard this? A female is not supposed to have a career? How does that work? I guess.
Which people still
A female is not supposed to. Huh?
I said people still go with propaganda. That's why.
No, we want to protect and provide for you. All you have to do is not have a career. We want you to stay home and have these babies.
It's like the Feminist Act got so many women divided too. Like,
what are they called?
I think it's a little deeper than the Feminist Act, but I know that I've gotten as far as to research, and I feel as though that's one of the main reasons that a lot of women is divided.
What are they called again? What are they called? The 4B, the B4 movement. I mean, it was
You talking about the Me Too movement?
It was the B2. It was the black. What was it? God dang it. It was the Me Too movement, the feminist movement, whichever that was about. Black Girl Magic, Black Black Lives Matter. Now this oh God. You know what? I'm gonna come up with a movement of my own. You know what it's gonna be called?
Don't tell us, because once you do it, the white man is gonna take it and hurry up and copyright that shit, and that's who's gonna be getting paid, not you. You won't even be. You need to write that shit down first and go on the internet real quick. You know, get all your stuff in order before you tell us, okay? Because that's everything has been hijacked. Every little movement they started because they didn't go and do the business first. You understand what I'm saying? So then it gets divided, and then people just throw their little words out there, and everything gets messed the hell up. They let everybody in. That's how everything got messed the hell up in the beginning. But do not let me discourage you, because segregation was great. I'm just saying. But yeah, back to the Martin Luther King. I just wanted to touch on that point because you said that in the beginning. If you will allow me real quick. Martin Luther King and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, right? I would like to say that they did not know each other. It's not like they did not like each other. This is the story people like to spin. No, they just had separate ways that they felt issues could be resolved. Obviously, we know, right? Violent and non-violent, right? One just wanted to keep the peace at all costs, and the other one was like, no, we're gonna, whatever limited little bit of rights we have, we are going to do that, and we're gonna challenge everything, and we are definitely gonna protect ourselves. We don't give a damn if, you know, they're still not in agreement with that shit. It doesn't matter. He was going against everything that was in the laws, right, of the US of A. Today, they are still the same, right? Supposedly they changed something, but they didn't change the most important one, which I felt, I thought, you know, black people should be human by now, but I guess we're still not a person, and nobody cares about that, right? But that was one of my things that was on my campaign. But don't worry about it, because 2024 is gone. So we're going to leave that alone. But you understand what I'm saying? So then when they finally met, of course they were fast friends and all that, because at the end of the day, their goal was the same. All they wanted was better for their people, right? Whether they was calling each other black, but Negroes, you understand what I'm saying? They damn sure was calling each other Negro. The Negro, the da-da-da. And a lot of the times you also heard them use the word black in front of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just know, because we have to understand that it was a lot of Negroes, okay? Wherever they were, right? Let's just take South, because, you know, I guess Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. used the word the most, supposedly. Let's just say, right? But don't act like it was just black people, supposedly, right? This is another reason why I don't like this word black. And this is another reason why, yes, I can call a white person an N-word to their effing face and use the hard ER. You get what I'm saying? Because ignorant is ignorant. I'm just saying.
Ooh.
But okay, let's get to it. That's all I had to say about that part. My bad. I think I was going on too long.
No. You're right. You are absolutely right. Although, again, I mean, have you ever looked at somebody that was white? Yeah. Have you ever looked at somebody who was white who you thought that was pure? Because that's what it says in the dictionary.
Oh, let me tell you something. No, this is why see. This again, this black and white thing. When I say one thing, I mean that goes vice versa as well. Excuse me, I forgot to say vice versa, because I also believe that. Oh, you're white. Yeah, all right. You look peach to me, but whatever. I'm just saying, because white is a color, just like black is a color, or should we say white is colorless? I'm trying to figure it out. But I'm just saying, it looks like light, not. Okay, because
if I
always argue that, right? If there is no black, that means there is no white. Again, though, they always want to associate with white is what? Okay, then, and black is what? Okay, then. So this is why I don't even like getting into that BS. Because listen, I'm from New York, baby. I could tell you some stories. I was born in the 80s, baby. Listen.
He's spitting some gems.
Oh, you're an 80? Oh, you're an 80. Ah, okay. Bad. But I hate to burst your bubble, but you do know that black is pale, right?
I'm sorry, say it again.
I said you do know that black means pale, right?
Let me tell you something. Black has so many definitions. Let me tell you something right now. Okay, you're talking about blackouts, right?
Get your book.
Listen.
Get your book.
Yeah.
Get your book.
Okay, put the link in the chat. But let's understand this, right? And which one? Because there's a lot of those books up there. Which one is what?
Get the that's the 7th edition, the deluxe 7th edition. Yeah.
But even
whatever you do, just drop the link in the chat. Whatever you do, right? Okay, now let's get back to it though. Wait, because I was raised in a home where we had encyclopedias. Okay.
Encyclopedias, all that. Yeah.
And the African American history, the first person to do it. I mean, these invented all different kind of encyclopedias though, but baby, people don't even know what encyclopedias are today.
They don't.
It's sad. You know, I mean, I guess maybe I am getting old, but I hate. That's one thing I hate about it is that they're adding all these quote unquote new words, or they're coining these phrases. They're getting added into whatever new dictionaries, and I'm just like, absolutely not. Makes me not want to ever buy a dictionary again if that shit's gonna be in there.
If you really want to, if you really want to study, get that book. But the thing is, instead of purchasing something that's real, they want to purchase something that only lasts for a short amount of time. This can last forever.
Just like when they go like certain jobs, right? You have to take these courses, you have to buy these books, but then you got to update these books. Meaning you might have to update your license, your this, your that. However, so often, like, okay, something simple, even as accounting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just saying, that's just an example. That's all. But I'm sorry, I can't get with all this other BS. Nobody's gonna tell me about, oh, use this word, and don't use this word, don't use that word, and da da da. Now, I'm not gonna be up here using words I don't normally use to appease somebody. You understand what I'm saying? But what I won't do are use these made up words and act like, oh my gosh, it's so original? Absolutely not. And this is okay, hold on. I'm gonna grab the link with my phone. Okay. But this is something that was gonna be in the chat, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think a lot of people understand. Because they see it, they gravitate toward it, and then everything's out. The cat's out the bag, right? Just like you named all these movements just now, right? You say the sisters had all these movements and this and this and that. But you see they've all been hijacked, right? Mm-hmm. Like I said, for
like
one,
the Rainbow Coalition, like the Rainbow Movement that's been jacked up. And I just told her about it. I told Ryder about that, where the movement originally came from, and she was shocked as shit.
And people don't understand, but you know, we get a lot of hate, right? The black people get a lot of hate, right? Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because I still don't understand, because guess what? Let's just say, God forbid, right? All the quote unquote black people will wipe from the earth tomorrow. What are they going to do with each other? They've taken every idea. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand that they trying to erase all the history of whomever, what they did, how much they actually meant and everything? Do you understand this? People don't understand. They've been doing this for years, but they're literally throwing in their face like, yeah, we're getting rid of African American studies and all this other history. They don't want to hear shit about
the word nigger. Because we had nothing to do with slavery. So we're
Oh
gonna
my gosh, it hurts so bad. Like, are y'all kidding me? Absolutely not. No, I have to agree. You know what I'm saying? Like, bananas. But people, they don't care. And I get it. But my thing is this, babes. If you saying you want to move forward, I don't care how much you thought as a child, maybe, or even now as an adult. Maybe you've just became an adult, or you just taken an interest. It doesn't matter who you are, baby. You need to learn your history. You need to know your history. If you don't know anything else, trust me, you won't know anything, because at the end of the day, you don't want to end up being the person that said, well, I never learned a thing in my damn life. I'm just saying, make your life count for something.
Real shit.
I'd rather talk about women like this. A 19-year-old who had just graduated college and was murdered the day after
Graduation?
Huh?
The day after graduation?
The day after graduation. Met up with some guy, some 33-year-old, some white man. After a day of drinking and whatever, came back to his crib and within seconds murdered her. Chopped up her body into pieces.
That's a damn shame. Is this a oh God help her family, her friends? Is this a newer case? Because there have been plenty of cases like this, and not just with the women, but with the men as well, the young men as well. Everyone that's doing so good. Do you know how many just even in the last year were taken out of here?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about from the beginning of the year. We still talking about even January. We're going to include January, but I'm going to really I'm going to do the last 4 years. In total, though, it's so many. It's ridiculous. I'm talking about just opened up a whole hair store, right? Looked like a hair store outlet. Remember that girl in Cali? She was a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Even things like that, they don't want you to be successful business on. Yeah, they let you dream and do all that crap. You got your ducks in a row, you do it, and look, straight like that at the grand opening. Isn't that something? Then this other young woman, she had just she graduated from law school or whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
She goes out to dinner, and guess what? Oh, it wasn't meant for her. Some people started fighting, 2 guys supposedly, but she's the only one that got hit, and she's taken out of here. I don't care. When I first heard that story, I just knew that was a hit. I don't care what anybody else to say about it. I don't believe otherwise. You call me a conspiracy theorist if you want to.
Absolutely. I'm just sick. Listen, the point of all of it is, and I do appreciate everything that both of you guys have brought to not only to this live stream but to the table. So what I'm talking about is, what can we bring to the table? We bring nothing but truth and knowledge to the table. Right. But if we can't learn from what was then, what the fuck are we learning now? I just thought that FBA meant something, or Adolph's meant something. Ain't nothing but a fucking trick bag by 2 individuals.
Can I ask you a question though? Because can you explain to me what Adolf is?
It was supposed to be descendants of American slaves, but it's American descendants of slaves. Meaning, I don't even follow that cult, but I guess they deserve reparations during the damages of their ancestors, but they can't even trace their shit all the way. They can't even trace their lineages all the way back to slavery. They can't do it. So they end up calling themselves that. And then of course there's FBA, Foundational Black Americans. Foundational Black Americans meaning the shit that was grown here and here alone, here in America, whether it be rap, jazz, hip hop, rock, pop, your certain inventors, your certain Black teachers, the people who have fought and died into the American way of life and have done nothing here, nothing but here, have invented here. Those are foundational Black Americans. But what have we invented since then? That's my gripe with FBA. That's my gripe. And then there's Pan-African. Pan-African only means we are in one group, under one nation, under one God. Whether you're an African American, an American African, if you're an indigenous, if you're from Africa, if you're from Haiti, if you're from Jamaica, if you're from Europe, if you're from China, no matter where you are, as long as you are African, as long as you are in that diaspora, you are Pan-African. That's what it means. And it only means global. We are a global society. Born in many different regions, in many different countries. And at some point, we need to be together under God, right? And fight the good fight, brother beside brother, sister beside sister. But at but we just kind of just separated ourselves from each other because of a few knuckleheads. I'm just gonna say that.
Basically, you're saying going back to the beginning to how it was. Everybody coming back together.
It ain't nothing but Willie Lynch.
Yeah, people don't realize.
Willie Lynch.
Like I tell people,
that ain't nothing but a Willie Lynch trick. That's all.
Like I tell people, I know my roots heavy. Like I know my tribe, and like I tell them, like at the end of the day, like I was confused, like I told you, but I'm really starting to see. I'm like everything started off with Africans. It just got divided, right? And if anything, it could have been that it was just all Africans, different tribes, until the whole voyage happened. I'm like, because if you look at it, like my tribe, like I told you, once again, they're considered the Arawaks, right? And like if you look up, like if you look at the story,
that's
right,
basically what I was saying, Dark Lake, but I said it in a different way. But anyway.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? So basically the Arawaks got with the Tainos, right? I mean, with the Africans, the Tainos came along, boom, the the whole Spanish voyage happened. Here we go. We got the descendants here in Puerto Rico, Santo Domingo, and other places. So it's kind of like either way, like I tell everybody, it all starts with our African ancestors. So what you're saying is come back, get our shit together. And like I said, like I tell people, like you had a good idea earlier. You just can't tell your idea on social media. If anything, like people need to get their bread together, go behind the scenes, right? Without nobody seeing them, hearing what they're talking about, and come up with a plan on how we're going to really do it. I mean, I'm talking about those that are united, not those that are divided.
Basically.
I mean, we could do it. We just gotta stop saying what we're gonna do on social media. Social media, like she just said.
But we don't mean. But they're gonna keep continuously hearing about these what I would call the real tethers of the world from the Charleston whites. It used to be a point where I thought, this person was just comical. It's not so comical anymore. I haven't laughed at one joke yet. It's just like this Andrew Schultz situation, but that's a different situation. This Charleston white has got to go. He has got.
Charleston white work for the CIA, like people say.
Yeah, he is from the fucking CIA. He's the only one that's gonna call the police. He the only one.
But like, yeah, back on what you were saying, like Happy made a point though. Like you know, we can't say what we're gonna do on here because they're gonna take that idea and just snatch it. I feel as though that's where everybody's felt before. They've been so public with it. We should, you know, those that are united, gather together and do what they say they're gonna do. You know, and then, you know, when it's done, I guess, you know how they say nowadays, shit on them. Let them see that it is possible, that it could be done. So Happy did make a point.
Yeah, let me get to a couple of things before our departure.
Okay, let's chime in.
You are asking for cash. Then your reparations list ain't worth money.
That's what I said.
Because your reparations list should put you in a position to make all the money you want on your own. What you need to pay out from info. But black people are so worried about money that we can't see the bigger picture. We also fail to recognize that reparations is not just for us living. It's for those gone and those not yet here.
Come on.
So let's talk about the cash part. I thought we've addressed this before. I don't know, but it's a debt that is owed. So if we go back to General Sherman's promise to freedmen at that point in time, the promise was 40 acres and a mule. Apparently, this started to happen for some, but was quickly cut short. So, of course, did not happen for the majority of freedmen. The 40 acres is land, the mules, your transportation at that point in time.
And
but
$100
land
and $100
is net worth. That's a part of net worth. So net worth is what you own minus what you owe. So just think about all that generational wealth that would have been created if that would have happened the way it was supposed to. So think about that for a second.
What it's supposed to, woulda, coulda, shoulda, but ain't gonna happen due to the fact that, number one, they paid everybody else but us because we do not know who the fuck we are. We don't know our identities. We don't. These people, the British, gave you our identity. They gave you your identity. They gave you a classism. Just like they gave other whites classism and they gave Hispanics a class. It's called your status. They gave you a status for a reason. Just like when Happy was talking about the Social Security and the birth certificate, which does match your license plate, but not license plate, but your license. But we ain't going to talk about none of that because that's just too deep for you. I swear to God, if Kevin weren't so busy, I'll put him on the program. And you wouldn't believe me. You would stop talking to me. It's like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Fucking crazy.
So he has a problem with the cash part, but it's a debt that is owed. I don't understand why. This is the part that just drives me crazy. If I owe you $500, it's a debt that I owe to you. Now, you have the idea or you have the right to handle that however you want. If I owe you $500 and I promise to pay that $500 to you, you have the right to take me to small claims court if you want to. You can do these things. The problem for freedmen, though, is that we have a debt that is owed to us. And the most recent case that I saw was shut down. And that was in Oklahoma when the survivors of the Tulsa massacre, and yes, there are some who are still alive, they took the case to court to get reparations for their homes in their town burned down. And the judge rejected it, threw it out, said no. So what are we supposed to do? Is it
work? Work? Oh, man, I just get it. The only way you're going to get shit is through bloodshed. How many times I got to say that? The only way to get what you want is through bloodshed. But we are just so separated. We are. And until we get that through our thick skulls, you ain't getting shit. That's why I say some of these motherfuckers are delusional as fuck. Some of these dudes are delusional. Y'all got the floor.
Modern day Uncle Ruckus, yo. But let me I gotta keep spitting them gems, yo. I gotta go with my daughter. She's asking me to lay down with her. Keep spitting them gems, yo. I appreciate you, man. I respect you. I'm glad that we got you on this joint, man. Keep speaking the truth. Don't stop, man. Because like I keep saying, man, like a lot of us just need to wake up. And you're not the first person that I've heard say that they don't want to get into, like, that comes to the ancestry, the roots, because a lot of people don't want to believe, something that was told to us by the Europeans. Like I've had people tell me that, they don't believe in the 23andMe or the ancestry DNA because they feel as though that could be altered. So, I mean, you're spitting some gems out here, man, and don't stop doing that. So I appreciate you. I got to give you your roses while you're alive. I'm not going to wait, to, later on and, so while you're still alive, I got to give you them roses. Don't stop doing that. And, I know along with that comes a lot of hate. Fuck it. Let the haters hate, yo. But I appreciate you. Keep doing your thing, man. And I'm going to keep watching from the chat, but I got to lay down with my shorty real quick.
Peace.
Yeah, definitely appreciate you. Peace, Queen.
See you on your next live. But y'all doing your thing, man. I'm going to keep listening from down here.
All right. But say what I said and I said what I meant. Until you stop being so fucking stubborn. It's one man's opinion about reparations shouldn't get a whole Foot Clan fired up for what? For what? Either if he was telling the truth, that literally, and how much it don't even matter how much that we would be getting per family per capita. Let's just say it was $500,000, which still ain't enough. But if let's just say they do give you that per cap, I mean, aren't we in agreement that it doesn't? That even though it does go to cash payments, which I don't want cash payments, I want land. Do we give a fuck if the United States bankrupts? Nah, we don't. I don't care. Give me what you owe me. But until they give it, you ain't getting nothing. So stop expecting it. You're not going to receive anything.
Oh, wait. Let me stop you there, please, sir. Please, good sir.
Why are you?
No. That's why they be on the internet, because they be just like that. They be like, pay me what you owe me. And you know what's so crazy? They get paid for doing that shit over and over again.
Yeah,
they be like, US survey better have my money. Yes, and they get paid for it. Yes, the U.S. survey, recognizes them putting in that time, spitting that same shit every day, and they are getting paid for it, though. And that's the thing people need to wake up and understand. They getting your stupid ass hype for no reason, because they probably, half of them don't even care. But they know they ruffled enough feathers that if they say the same exact crap every day, pay me U.S. survey, they're going to get paid. Isn't that something? Think about that. Just saying. Not only that, a lot of these people, I don't know, what would they say? The DNA testing, you just said 23 and something, whatever. I don't know. I'm not familiar because I haven't tried them. But like, you have to understand, right? With all this cancer and all this going on, and all these grown adults who supposedly go to see their care physician, go to see any kind of physician, at least once a year sometime. I'm just saying, knock anybody home, so none of y'all go. Anyway, a regular blood test, let's just say, right? Oncologists, and whenever they go there, first of all, baby, they could tell you everything. Some of these mother effers got more European blood than not. You understand what I'm saying? More European blood than Nigerian. Because your skin color, you black. Baby, you don't know what the fuck black is, because I don't either.
Oh no. They said that you're not African. That's what they said.
Listen, exactly. If somebody got 2% African in them, supposedly, and you got all this percentage, it doesn't matter your fucking skin color if you know who the fuck you are. But then again, half of them would know if they knew their family anyway, right? But I'm just saying, like I absolutely freaking not.
They label you 3/5 of a human being. You're not even human.
Right. So, like, let's be real. And then now, suppose all because remember now, Africa is Mother Earth, right? That's the motherland. So all these people y'all been calling white, they black too. Now I'm just trying to figure out. So when did the 1%, the one drop rule change? I don't know. These are questions they should have, right? Sight? No, because the same thing with the Indians, though, right? Because now all the Indians are white. Right. I know. Everybody's white. Everybody's black. And everybody's everything. Yeah, okay. Let's go with that. But a lot of black people need to understand, if anybody's mixed with a whole lot of shit and you were born in that US of A, it's probably your ass. Not the other way around, babes. Just know that.
But you're supposed to be in America. Why are you going over there to Ghana and get dual citizenship? You're right. I hate you.
Listen,
I hate you.
You better do something, because this shit is burning down. Where you gonna go? And I'm not just talking about, God forgive me, because it's literally burning down right now. No, my thoughts and prayers are with everybody affected, because that actually includes us. But no, I mean, like, seriously, Florida is literally going to be under the water. So all y'all that love Florida, I hope everybody go there and sink, bitch.
And didn't LA?
Let me get out of Florida.
LA, didn't they just have like a firestorm or something?
No, that's what I was just about to say. No, that's why I said no, damn, because I don't want them to think I'm literally mean, like, right now, like. But yeah, they going through it. Yeah, but they have, this stuff happens all the time. They're prone to it, wildfires and stuff. And it's like, you would think they would have more, like, whatever in these parks. But yeah, it's so easy because of the heat. Yeah, a lot of wildfires.
Oh, guess what?
Now they're having this thing. You know what it is? They're having this thing because a lot of celebrities' homes were affected, supposedly. I don't know. I haven't seen any of them actually speak out. I just know on my feed, there's a lot of people talking about wildfires and celebrities. So it's just like, so they finally got one of their homes. But I heard it was a few. My thing is, though, it's like the fake bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, these wildfires have been going on since the beginning of the time, since any of you MFers were born. It happens all the time. Sadly, but it's true. So it's like, man, please. No, but, again, this is America. Anything to make a few dollars. Anything for a little bit of sympathy. It is what it is, though. Hey, what's up to you, Toot Latrice? Good day.
Hey, how you doing, Queen? How are you? Damn, Ryder got me out of my flow for smacking some FBA niggas upside the head, and I'm kind of glad she did it. Because now I'm starting to understand some things. I'm starting to understand that none of this makes any sense. And until we have the balls enough, just like the Egyptians had balls enough to take back their homeland, but they have to be in sync. We have to be in sync with one another, even if I have to take a few people with me. Even if I had to take a few with me in peace.
Yeah, but they don't understand that. They don't understand it, and the reason why they don't understand it is because they don't fucking mean it. Excuse my French, but they don't mean it. You understand what I'm saying? Because if they did, they would understand. It's been war. It has been war for the centuries now, right? And at the end of the day, these people, well, at least a century. Anyway, you know.
We got it. We got it.
You understand what I'm saying? But these people don't care. First of all, slowly but surely, right? Because let's just say this was the slow part. Even though we know the numbers, but every single year, all these people were lost. How about if a group of us would have did this however many years ago? Yeah, we would have lost some people, but guess what? I'm pretty sure it could have been over. We could have been policing every effing thing. No, you MFers supposedly so scared of MFers with guns, but y'all going around doing the same old dumb crap, right?
To each other. Yeah.
Exactly. And this is the part where it's the fine line, right? Because I'm not going to say that some MFers, because me personally, I know I'm not supposed to judge, but hell, I judge because if an MFer do some cruel shit, hey, whatever you get, I don't got shit to say about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just some people I just deem evil as crap. And you do some evil crap, hey, shit, what goes around come around is how I see it. But other than that, like let's be real. It's a lot of senseless bullshit. A lot of senseless bullshit. But the MFs that literally have they fucking feet on your neck, or they knee on your fucking neck, or their whole body on top of your fucking chest, MFs don't do nothing. Wouldn't even run past. You understand what I'm saying? Kick somebody off for George Floyd, because I damn sure would have. I'm telling you, I would have act like I'm going left. I don't give a F, because I don't understand how when I first seen that video, I cried.
Yeah.
I fucking cried because it's so sad. All these people standing just watching this shit. Like nobody to stand up. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they be knowing what they doing. I guess nobody's in the military.
What would you do to the cameraman? What would you do to the cameraman that was filming that?
First of all, F the cameraman, because let me tell you something right now. Like, I'm not even blaming the camera person, because honestly, without that camera person, we would have never seen it all. So and for some reason, it just seemed like nobody was even walking past the cameraman. Any other video you want to see a fight, you want to see something going down, you can never see, because there's a million people standing in front of each other and everything else. Isn't that crazy? But I just had a clear view of all of this stuff going on. Multiple officers were on this person.
Mm-hmm.
For a long time, baby.
For 8 minutes and 43. For 8 minutes and 43 seconds.
Yes, that's longer than most fights. Well, the whole video that I seen was 901, but but you're right. I'm pretty sure you're right? But because obviously with seconds, whatever. Anyway, but like when you see most fights, people don't fight for that long. Even in the freaking federations, they don't let them go all of those rounds without taking breaks and shit, without checking everything.
3-minute rounds, yeah.
And some of them are less than that at a time. And literally, let's go. Hold on a second. Even in battle rap, they don't want you to go past 3-minute rounds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, that's like regulations, right? Now, battle rap may construct their rounds after boxing and all of that, but it is what it is. I'm just saying, this is a thing. So they literally let somebody lay on top of somebody else, like all his body weight, then whoever else body weight, and everything else. Literally, right? A lynching, another public lynching. But nobody understands that. That's just one person. That was the first thing that popped in my head. But we know it's been several. And we're only talking about in 2020, since supposedly everybody was locked down, right? First of all, let's talk about the fact that they was going around spraying that mother effing crap, giving us freaking COVID, but y'all don't want to talk about that. That's That's why they wanted your behinds inside. Okay? So they could do it every morning, do their little rounds. I don't know if y'all notice any of these telephone poles disappear, but yeah, it's always the electric people. They out there right. Why y'all riding around here? Ain't shit going on. Everybody not. Why y'all out here? They don't be moving around like that too much any other time unless it's an emergency, right? But one of the real emergencies when the weather is bad, natural disasters, right? Other than that, they chilling. Those big old trucks was out there 24/7 in the fog. Yes, too. That's what I'm talking about. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Every single morning. And how do I know? Because I was supposed to be in the house, but no. Every single morning, I was out my damn house. Okay? Everybody walking their dog, jogging, doing it. Look, I was out there. So that's how I know. Because I got caught in that shit. Yeah, I damn sure did. But I'm just saying. I saw it all. I just wish... if I knew, you know how they say hindsight is 20/20. Now I knew what was going on, and I was telling my peoples, but I guess they thought I was crazy. But it is what it is. I'm just mad I didn't get it on camera. Other than that, though, I'm glad I lived to talk about it because they sure enough try to take me out of here.
That's why I didn't take the shot. But everybody was getting on my ass about taking the shot, and it was like, why when it's a 99.9 survivor rate? And the only thing you can take and stop eating so much damn red meat, because red meat is not good for you any goddamn way. Start taking your zinc, start taking your black seed oil, and you'll be fine.
Look, they will take all of your blood and then go tell you eat a steak as rare as you can stand it. Okay?
That's crazy.
Isn't that some crap? But when your water breaks, you can't drink any water, and that shit gets replenished and fill back up. Like, what the hell is they talking about? You heard what I said, though, right?
But why not just eat something that is more applicable to your body, like greens and more greens that you can.
That's not what they tell you to go do. I'm just saying, when your iron is low, or if they just took
greens.
Blood, they don't tell you to go eat your greens. They tell you red meat rare. So they really want that meat to be red when you consume it. Okay? Not dyed red, baby.
Have a hamburger. Hamburger? I hadn't had a real hamburger in years. Where do you get your meat from? I don't see any cows around. Oops. Where do you get your burgers from? I guess you get the same burgers you got, the same meat that you got Planned Parenthood from. Oops, that I wasn't supposed to say that. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, well that's on you. I'm glad I didn't say nothing like that. But okay, so look, but they used to be butcher shops and stuff. You know, you go to the butcher and stuff and everything. Now, even when you go to some shops, even if they cutting something up, they cutting it up out the package. There's nothing hanging. And it freezes none. They bring it from the back to the front, laying it out there, slicing it up and doing all that. You not seeing none of these butchers go to work, do nothing.
Thank you.
Hell, you barely see them touch the fish. Now I get, if they got better prep in the mornings or whatever before you get there. But I'm just saying, I've never seen shit like it.
What prep is GMO? Prep the GMO? Is that what you're talking about? Prep the GMO? I haven't even gotten into the AFR. I haven't even gotten to that shit yet.
I'm not saying I'm the healthiest eater or anything like that, guys. Listen, I cook the junk. Okay, we love some buttery grapes around here. We love some fried stuff. I'm not saying that I am the healthiest eater. All I'm saying is I could recognize when stuff isn't real. Just watch out on what you buy and just listen. Sometimes you have to deal with it. So
no, you can eat once a day, just like Malcolm did.
Yeah, you can eat once a day, but it all depends on that time of day, and of course, you have to train your body to do so. because
And
us
most millennials are
Americans
not disciplined.
because us Americans were basically on that 5 meals a day plan. You know,
I thought it
these
was
3
3.
meals and the snacks. Even though a lot of us don't
Oh,
eat in the morning and don't eat at night, then we call ourselves overcompensating. So we have this big meal. Let's say it's in the middle of the day. Just because it's a big meal, you don't need a big meal. You just need a regular meal. That's it. A regular size meal.
Hey, Happy.
We
Say
not
that
at
again.
the buffet.
No. Say that again slowly.
Dead ass, like,
regular meal.
Right. It's a regular size meal. I don't care if it is fried chicken or fried pork chop. Guess what? You eat that one pork chop, your side of mash, and whatever other veggie you have that's green. Hopefully, you need some greens, like he said now. But I'm just saying that's that. You don't need 3 pieces of pork chop. Now, I'm not talking about if it's tiny with no bone cut out. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, honestly, that's all any human really needs. So you really don't need more than that.
Popeyes is their red beans and rice.
Listen, I'm not policing nobody's shit. Eat. If that's what makes you feel good, cool. But I'm just saying, you do not need excess junk. How about that? How about we just start cutting out the junk? AKA the number one thing we need to cut out is the sugar. If all of us Americans could cut out, let's go for half the sugar that we consumed last year, we will be better for it. I promise you. Don't drink as much soda. Don't eat as much.
Damn it.
Starch. Don't fucking do it. Like, if we could just cut out half the sugar, we'll be better.
Yeah, I like my Pepsi Zeros.
Listen, you could like them, but you could drink them a little less. If a 12-pack lasts you 3 days, how about trying to stretch it out to 5 days? You understand what I'm saying? Every little thing helps. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
She is not tripping.
I'm not reducing shit. What we need to be doing is reducing. Yes, these hips. We've seen all the methods out there fighting now. A lot of these men are huge. And I'm not talking about height. Baby, we talking about width.
And they got titties
too. And they on the internet talking about these women. Now, let me tell you something now. They was doing all that. But they don't like to be talked about. There's a reason for that. I'm just saying. So now we know they were projecting now. Hi. Hello. But absolutely, you can start small. Because I'm telling you. And all you need is a little bit of discipline. That's all.
A little bit of discipline does help.
Let me tell you something.
Walking. Why don't you try your walking? Walk for at least 30 minutes to an hour. Nothing wrong with that. You ain't got nothing else better to do.
Listen, do that. Absolutely. Now, I can stand behind that. For sure. For sure.
Do your walking. Me,
every day.
I'm starting to get back to the thing that I love most. And that's getting my boxing gloves together and start, hitting the bag, hitting the heavy bag. That's what I love.
Yeah, okay. Are you going to fight somebody coming up in April?
Who?
Is it a secret? Are you going to fight somebody or no?
No.
Oh, you're not in the upcoming fights? Oh, okay. Just checking.
No,
okay, so you're not even going to help train anybody? You're not going to coach nobody to a win?
My son. That's about it.
Your son is not involved in that.
It's involved in what?
In that the YouTube thing I was talking about.
Oh, is there something going down that I don't know about?
Another event. They just had an event. They're having another one.
Oh, so who's fighting? Now,
listen, I don't know everybody that's fighting. I just know it's going down.
I hope the nigga that's still waking up is not going to be fighting. I hope not. Because we're still trying.
You know what I want? I'm waiting to see if somebody is gonna knock what's the name out, I need somebody to whip fantastic ass.
I thought he was
lost the
1-1.
first one. No, they said he won the last one.
He did.
I don't understand how nobody. But you know what? It's not UFC. It was just boxing. Anyway, somebody should have been able to knock his ass out, like that ass. I just want somebody to knock him out. That's all. Cause he talk a lot of shit. Then I seen it.
I
I'm
mean,
like,
it's kind of hard to knock somebody down that's 6'5" when you're 5'10".
Listen, I'm not saying that it's not kind of hard. What I'm saying is, I just want somebody to knock him out. I was rooting for him to lose. You understand what I'm saying? Nah, because he was talking a lot of shit. I don't like the way he talks about women at all. And I
agree. I agree.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't like it. I just think he's absolutely disrespectful. I don't like it at all. Absolutely not.
Do you think you can have a conversation with him versus say chaotic truth?
No. I what do you mean versus say chaotic truth? I could talk to anybody. You understand what I'm saying? I could talk to anybody. My thing is, if they get disrespectful though, it just is what it is. Because in that moment, now don't get me wrong. If I say, "Oh, I'm gonna do something" or not, then I'm usually gonna do exactly that. But my whole thing is, it's never been me starting with these people. It's been these people starting with me. And no, I'm not a victim. But these are just the facts. You understand what I'm saying? So these MFs just come in talking shit to me for no reason. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I want his ass to lose. Why the fuck do I want him to win? It's nothing personal. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. I want his ass.
You would bet the farm on him.
I want to be able to see his ass get knocked down again. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Where's the next event's going to be? Where the next event's going to be at?
It's going to be in Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Yeah, it's in Atlanta.
If it comes to Vegas, I might enter in. Because there's one asshole that I need to knock out my damn self. But
I'm mad because that thing was supposed to be in New York. You know what I mean? Because most of the people are in New York. It's like, but it's in Atlanta. But that's no sweat. But yeah, I don't trust me. I don't even know if that guy's fighting yet. You know, I hope so, and I hope somebody knock his ass out this time, straight up. I want him to lose like he did the first one. Lose again. I never want to see a nigga win a boxing match ever.
So who won the entire fight? Did E Black win?
Did E Black win his fight? Wait, who did E Black fight?
I don't know. Some
I'm trying to think who the fuck did E Black fight?
Some guy that he was arguing with. I don't know.
Hold on. I don't even remember who E Black fought. All I know was I remember him getting knocked up between the washer and dryer. E Black. Over there. We was over there at Aston Chandelier shit. We was cracking about that shit. We was reviewing the footage. But I can't remember who he fought because we just so focused on E Black and what he wasn't doing right. And all the stuff. So we were just critiquing the video and shit of him or whatever. I thought. But first of all,
it was.
Wait, the ring needs to be a little bit bigger than that, though.
Let me know. Let me know a cellulite fights. Let me know
cellulite fight. Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't know who's on the lineup yet. But shit, I'm rooting for Cell, especially if it's gonna be. Hold on a second. I don't give a fuck.
Cell got knocked the fuck out. What are you talking about?
Shit, he ain't gonna get knocked out again, motherfucker. You learn from your mistakes. The fuck you thought this was? Hell no, my money gonna be on sale, especially if it's a rematch or some shit. I don't give a fuck. Hell no, hell no.
That nigga took 2 steps and was huffing and puffing. Nigga, please.
You were there? You seen
it? We saw the tape. We saw the tape.
You say he took 2 steps and was huffing and puffing? Nah, you sound like a hater for real. Why you mad at Sel? What did he do to you?
Oh, fuck Sal. Fuck his old lady too. But anyway.
What the fuck his old lady got to do with this shit? What the fuck, man? Really?
Hey, chill.
I am chilling. I'm just asking.
That's a personal thing. That's a personal thing.
Okay, well then shit, leave it personal. That's fucked up though. You sound like a hater. You can't fight, or can you fight?
We won't know until we get in the ring now, won't we?
And look, that's why I asked you. You say you about to start hitting the bags. That's why I asked you. See, that was my original.
Well, I didn't know they were having another competition. I didn't know.
Man, they
but I definitely want to give a shout out to DJ Ham for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, right. Salute to DJ Ham.
Definitely get DJ Ham because we want to.
His wife and all of them over there. No, salute to all of them. No, because
but seriously, we want this to happen than the other thing. If you know what I mean. You know, niggas walking around with. You know,
right. No. First of all, a lot of these fights aren't even like these people weren't even like really beefing, so it just is what it is, you know.
My bad.
I mean, a lot of these people weren't even really beefing. The people that supposedly had beef, guess what? They didn't even fucking show up. Like the fuck. So it is what it is.
Yeah, but
no, because you know how some people like, oh, they got a grudge and shit. Oh, they really want to fight this person.
Was some ladies supposed to fight? Was some ladies supposed to fight? Do you know?
The MF didn't even show up, so it is what it is. Like, oh well.
Oh, they didn't show up.
No, because it was somebody that was supposed to fight, but they didn't show up.
Okay.
They said they wanted to beat up what's that guy name? Schwarzenegger. They said they want to beat his ass, but they never showed up.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, they said they want to fight that big guy. And guess what? They never showed up.
Is he black, white? Is he known in the sector?
Yeah, he's black. The guy is black. Wasn't everybody there black for the most part?
I don't know who the brother is.
I'm sorry, I don't want to call them black. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's get back to regular English.
Even El Negro is saying, huh? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that nigga. Yo, this is nigga like Schwarzenegger, right? And he offended somebody daddy. But the daddy never showed up. You feel me? Daddy was talking all that shit, but daddy never hopped on that plane, baby. Tell you that.
That's crazy.
Look, I'm just telling you what I know. Not that I care, but I'm saying I would have loved to see Arnold fight though. That's his name, Arnold. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, his name is Arnold.
All I know is DJ. You know, like I said, DJ Hand.
Oh yeah, DJ Hand. It's his channel. It's his event and all that shit. He's the one who did it and put the
and shouts out to Chris too. Definitely shouts out to Chris.
Well, shout out to everybody. You talking about Christopher J?
Yeah, Christopher definitely.
Yeah. He's a good dude too. Yeah. Oh, listen. Yeah, and he held it down with the recap last time right after and all that. His thing. Absolutely. I watched that. I enjoyed it.
The only thing I'm hating on is his suits, because every time he dresses up in the suit, I'll straight hate on his ass.
I hate him.
He thinks
I was in the suit one day before, and then right around God got me. I'm like, man, he had just graduated. I was like, oh shit!
Congratulations!
Why exactly? That's what I'm talking about. This man did the damn thing. Nah, but that's a cool brother though, for sure.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is, and you know, he's been doing real good for himself. But you know what? I ain't got no animosity towards anybody except for the one Negro I just explained to you. But like I said, it was going to come a time where if Hamp wanted to, he can have the fight in Vegas, and I definitely wanted it Mayweather's gym if they let him. And I will be there. As a matter of fact, I better start preparing now, just in case. Just in case somebody, wants to get knocked down again. You know what I'm saying? Just saying.
Whatever. Oh, please.
I'm just saying.
It's always some bullshit in these YouTube streets. I ain't got time for that. Next, let's talk about something else. Let's get back to something else. Absolutely not.
What? It is not my. Huh?
What you mean? What?
I'm just saying. You just gotta. But you have to prepare. You have to train. You have to.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Prepare and train. But don't act like the other motherfucker was prepared or trained when the other motherfucker wasn't even prepared or trained.
You shouldn't be hating on fucking.
Oh, I know who E Black fought. I remember he fought Black.
Huh? Oh yeah. Whatever.
It was Black versus E Black. Right. Yes, that's who he fought.
I didn't mention the name, Lisa. I did not mention any names. I didn't mention any names. I swear to you, I didn't mention any. Lisa's my aunt. She gets mad at me when I start mentioning names.
Yeah, I would too. You listen, Auntie Lisa, Miss Lisa. Listen, I was telling this. Don't even do it to yourself. Like, wow, like you really mad right now.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all.
Okay.
I am not mad at all.
That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Look, hey. But I do appreciate this though. This is giving me therapy. This is giving me much therapy. So now what I'm gonna start to do is just straight ignore some shit. Just straight ignore them and just go about my everyday normal shit and just do my content, and I don't have to string along anybody else that talks shit about Umar. That's all it is. Because love them or hate them, like them, respect them, whatever. The point of the matter is, have you caught the message that he has given to the people? It could be coming from another source. It could be coming from Jesse Jackson of all people. Not everybody likes Jesse Jackson, but there was something in that message that resonated to everybody else, but did not resonate to you because you were too stuck on the fucking name. But I am
right. No, I'm in total agreement with that. Absolutely, because this is how people are left out of the loop, because they themselves had the right to choose, and it's just the bottom line. Listen, God gave us all free will. Do what you will with it. It is what it is. At the end of the day, you were left up to your own devices, not intentional. You know what I'm saying? If nobody can do anything, it just is what it is.
You're going to either reap the rewards or suffer the consequences and repercussions of your actions.
Absolutely.
Oh, Ali. Oh, guess what, Happy? You have a new best friend. Jesus Christ. You have a new best friend in Lisa. Lisa loves you now.
Hey, Auntie Lisa.
She loves you now. She loves putting me in check all the time. But when somebody does something to me, it's like, yeah, you got to be the bigger man.
Yeah, and I understand that, but that goes back to, again, like El Hombre said, right? It's the same thing. We were given the free will. Also, we were told to turn the other cheek, right? That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Now, for the sake of not being a hypocrite, I'm just saying, I will curse the MF out, but I don't worry about it after that. I'm not about to freaking let it ruin my day and ruin my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't bring that into my life. I can't bring that home. As much as I be home, half the time when I'm up here, listen, let me tell you something. I don't bring it home. You know?
You're not supposed to bring it on.
Exactly. And right. Thank you. Pull up what your auntie said. Yes. Let go of grudge. Exactly. Because that's one thing I don't do. I don't hold grudges. So like, even if I argue with somebody the next day or even a few minutes later, I could be at the very least cordial. But I be cool. You know, I go, they see me get them like, they still be mad. Listen, y'all gotta let go of grudge. First of all, stress is, I don't care if they say it's not the number one killer anymore. It still is, because stress does nothing but pile up, baby. And this is what they want us to be, stressed out. You don't think those slaves were stressed? Of course they were.
I
Stressed
know.
all
Stress
day, every day, and
amounts
expected
produce
to do the
cholesterol.
most within the least amount of time. They still were expected to reproduce, you know, all of this and this and this and that and this and that, produce basically, because I'm not really talking about children at that point, but they were on top of that, right? They were still in the fields. Some of these babies were literally born in the fields. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They want to talk about reparations. Yeah, all right. Look, so it just is what it is. Yes. The stress,
Like, share, subscribe to the channel, and share.
Anything that's going to stress us, we need to leave it alone altogether. You know?
You know, you try to leave things alone. But you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely freaking right. No more grudges. We left all that behind anyway at the purge. We left all that behind at the purge. So this is a new day. This is a new day.
People don't be leaving shit behind. That's gonna be so fun. The purge be over, motherfuckers just still man. I was like, yo, it was just jokes. Like it was just.
It was jokes. It was.
And you know what's so crazy is I try to listen to myself play it. First of all, I hate the way I sound when I play it back, right? I'm like, what? This is how I sound? But then also, and I'm talking about that's in general. Now, imagine a purge. Do you know I went to go hear myself on the purge, and guess what I couldn't hear? Myself.
Yourself.
I couldn't even hear me. I'm like, oh my goodness. I know I said a few clever things, a few funny things. I couldn't even hear myself. So it is.
You know what? I might as well just come out with my embarrassment, because I mean, I at least Lisa saw a whole different side of me, and I'm not proud of it either. I'm not proud of it at all. It was just one of those lapse moments that I was like, all right, I was upset. I was just upset. And I ended up doing it again. And guess what? I ended up on Ball of X. I never thought in a million years I would end up on Ball of X, but I ended up on Ball of X by yelling at Jay. What was it? Big J. You know who Big J is, right?
Oh yeah, I met him over there on Sharon channel for sure.
Yeah, that knucklehead. I had to get him. I had to get him. I had to get his ass. I had to get him. Pause. I had to get him. But I never did it again. I told myself, they took the shit down. Oh shit.
Look, that's one place you don't want to get caught. So I heard on Ball of X. That's what I heard. They said, man.
Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Big J's punk ass couldn't handle me. The fuck? But I'm not trying to go there. I wasn't even trying to go there. It was just one of those spare of the moment type things. It was just one of those moments where like, he kept yelling and he kept trying to change the topic, but I really wanted to comment on the topic at that particular time, but I just ended up losing my cool that day. I said, never again, because I did it to Bomb Cherry, and you know what I did with Bomb Cherry? I apologized. I apologized to her immediately. And I said, I'm sorry for what I said. Now, I remember apologizing a couple of times, but one of them you know what? I'm not going to do that because I don't want to piss off Lisa. I don't want to piss off Lisa. But guess what? We done went way past the hour mark, but we just having fun conversations with me and Happy, and of course, give a shout out to Rachel that was just up here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna part ways because I gotta get up in the morning and I gotta do regular shit. And you probably won't be hearing from me until Sunday. Happy, you got any last words for us? Because you are a part of us. You do know that, right?
Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I just want to say, everybody have a great day. Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. Not a problem at all. It's one of those moments where you're just going to have to literally listen to people and enjoy the conversation, enjoy the company that comes with these conversations. And at the end of the day, what you got mad about, you may not get mad anymore. You may not get mad anymore, but some Negroes just like to stay on topic. But I am still seriously considering not even entertaining this FBA cult shit anymore. I'm seriously not entertaining FBA cult shit, and I'm definitely not entertaining Charleston White anymore. This Negro has to go. And I'm not saying go around and Uzi him to death. I'm not saying that. I don't condone violence like that. But if a nigga gets smacked upside the head, it is kind of funny. We're gonna come back with another live on Sunday. So if you're in the area, thanks for all the new people that have shown up. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Become a member of the We Unlock Nation channel. Trying to do it big in 2025. Okay, Lisa, take us home. Peace.